Doing well. I think what happens is sometimes in life, God has to break you down to lift you up.
For nearly 4 decades, Judge Greg Mathis and his wife Linda represented something rare in celebrity culture: longevity, loyalty, and quiet strength. Long before television cameras followed him into courtrooms, their love story began at Eastern Michigan University, where they met as students, dated for 4 years, and married in 1985, building a life and raising 4 children together far from the spotlight. Greg Mathis's journey itself felt almost mythic: a childhood in Detroit's Herman Gardens housing projects, raised by a relentlessly disciplined and deeply faithful single mother, followed by teenage run-ins with crime that culminated in 9 months in jail at 17. That experience, paired with his mother's terminal cancer and a promise he made to her, became the turning point that pushed him toward education, public service, law, and eventually a historic career as a judge. Against staggering odds, Mathis transformed from inmate to attorney to television icon, hosting one of the longest-running courtroom shows in history while maintaining a reputation built on accountability, redemption, and community advocacy. 4 years, his marriage to Linda appeared just as steady as his professional rise, often held up as an example of black love, stability, and partnership, especially when viewers were invited into their home through the reality series Mathis Family Matters, which emphasized growth, discipline, and emotional responsibility rather than chaos. That's why the sudden announcement in 2024 that Linda had filed for divorce after nearly 40 years together shocked fans and ignited speculation. The internet rushed to fill the silence with rumors of infidelity and secret children, but no evidence ever surfaced. Eventually, Mathis addressed the situation himself, taking responsibility not for betrayal, but for neglect, admitting that his relentless schedule, constant travel, and prioritization of work had slowly pushed his marriage into emotional distance. He acknowledged that even without cheating, absence can erode trust, and that his lifestyle made doubt understandable. What followed was not a dramatic public feud but a painful reckoning, one that unfolded quietly as the couple separated briefly and began doing the difficult internal work required to rebuild. By late 2024, Mathis confirmed that reconciliation was underway, and by 2025, public moments, shared kisses, affectionate videos, and a candid joint interview made it clear that something real had shifted. Linda explained that filing for divorce wasn't an act of anger but self-preservation, a necessary step toward reclaiming her own well-being after years of carrying emotional weight. Mathis, for his part, described the separation as devastating, comparable to the loss of his mother, and said it forced him to confront priorities he could no longer ignore. Together, they rebuilt not by pretending the cracks never existed, but by facing them directly, rediscovering each other with intention, humility, and effort. In the end, their story wasn't about scandal or downfall, but about accountability beyond the courtroom, a reminder that redemption isn't a one-time act, and even the judge must answer when life calls him to order.